Okay, welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. It's a new channel. Subscribe, hit the like button, share, spread the word, all that good stuff. I'd appreciate it greatly. Just trying to build the channel up, you know. This video, I really wanted to ask a genuine question to a lot of you because I don't know the answer to it. This is not a rhetorical question. This is something I would really value your opinion on because I can't quite get my head fully around it. And that is, I hear a lot of people slagging off Shannon Courtenay. And I've never met the lady. I don't know her. You know, this is not an anti-Shannon Courtenay video. But I'm just intrigued as to why she sort of evokes such a load of hostility from a lot of people. Now, I can tell you my opinion, but I'm not saying it's gospel truth. To me, in interviews and with some of her behaviour, she comes across as really quite dislikable, somewhat arrogant, somewhat standoffish. And I think if you're someone who believes that if you have a fair fight, afterwards you shake hands and you accept your defeat and you hold, you hold yourself accountable, you own your own behaviour. That's the way that you learn. That's the way that you should conduct yourself. They used to call boxing the noble art. I like that. I grew up with that image that you have a fight. If it's a fair fight, the guy beats you, you give your all, you shake hands. I'll give you a little personal testimony, not personal, but it's to do with my family. And I think this is real old school. My great grandfather, my mother's side of the family are Welsh, all right, and my great grandfather came from a little mining village called Tylerstown in Wales. Now, Tylerstown, as you know, in Wales, it was nearly all pits, pit villages, coal mining and so on. And the Welsh are right short, tiny little guys, hard as nails, these miners were, but they're little guys. But my God, they were tough. You go down a mine shaft 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week. It's going to affect you. And most of them died when they were in their 40s and 50s because of the sheer effect of all the coal dust and everything. But my great-grandfather, Dad Edwards, he was called, he was from Tylerstown, and also from Tylerstown at the same time was arguably the greatest flyweight of all, Jimmy Wilde. And of course, coming from that village, he was completely well known. It was a very small mining village community. Yeah, Jimmy Wilde comes from here. He's the guy. He's the governor. Whatever the Welsh equivalent is. They were, yeah, Jimmy Wilde's the man. Well, Dad Edwards, my great grandfather, was in a pub once, and Jimmy Wilde was in there, and everyone was making a big fuss of him. And from what I'm told, he got a bit arrogant. Hey, look at me! I'm Jimmy Wilde. I'm the guy. I'm the man. I'm the flyweight champion of the world. Wilde I think he is the greatest flyweight of all, but that's a discussion for another time. We can debate that. But you look at his record, he only lost 3 fights. He won well over 100, he had 99 knockouts. And he was really only a modern day light flyweight or maybe a minimum weight. But he started to get really arrogant. And Dad Edwards, my great grandfather, didn't like this. And then he said something, Wilde said something to Dad Edwards, and Dad Edwards stood up and said, "You're taking liberties now, and don't behave like that. That's not nice." Jimmy Wilde told him where to go. So Dad Edwards floored him, hit him. Wilde wasn't expecting it, hit the floor, gets up. This is the flyweight champion of the world. What the hell's going to happen here? And they had a little bit of a tussle. But afterwards, they became friends. And there's lots of stories within my family of how they'd play pool together and go drinking together and all this sort of stuff. They were mates. Now, my great-grandfather, Dad Edwards, I think he died. I think he was 43 when he died. Like I say, all the mining guys, they died young because of you think you got it hard today, do me a favour, you ain't got it hard, Some people have it hard, I suppose, but this lifestyle it took decades off your life, not years. He died. But the reason I mention this is because I personally was brought up to believe that you should, you've got a disagreement with someone, you have it out with them, hopefully verbally, not violently, but then you shake hands and you get on with you. Either you become mates or you go your separate ways, but have a bit of dignity, have a bit of an adult attitude towards it. Jimmy Wild was taking liberties, so Dad Edwards chinned him, knowing damn well he was the flyweight champion of the world, and that if he got up and he could have put it on Dad Edwards and beat the what out of him. Now, Shannon Courtenay, to get back to, I've digressed totally, but to get back to the original subject of the video, she seems to totally lack that. She seems to totally lack any kind of humility. When she's lost she lost yesterday, of course, to the American girl. She blew the title on the scale. She was 2.5 pounds over, and she blamed that on her menstrual cycle. Not a subject I know a lot about, to be honest, but I know it's possible. Women put on weight, when they're on their period and all that. And after the fight, she was looking around going, "What, I lost? Really? Did I? Yes, love, you did lose. You did lose. So shake the girl's hand. Even if you don't agree with the decision, that girl she don't score the fight. And she's come all the way from America to fight you in your backyard. So shake a damn hand. Show some dignity, show some respect." She was even interviewed afterwards. They both were. They were sitting next to each other, and it was a bit awkward. There was a bit of a frisson in the air. I thought, it might kick off here, but no. And she didn't give her any credit. She said, "Yeah, she's a good fighter, but I thought I won. I landed the punches." She wasn't landing any real punches. She's sitting there with her face swollen. Of course she was landing punches, woman. Have a bit of dignity. And I think that's what it boils down to, a little bit of dignity, So she comes across as being quite arrogant and quite dislikable. But again, I have to say, I've never met her. I could meet her and she might be a really nice person. I don't know. But I want to hear your thoughts. Why is Shannon Courtenay so disliked? Why is she disliked to the point where when she does an interview, the comments are turned off because she's getting so much flack? Has she brought this on herself, or has she been poorly treated? You might think, she don't deserve that. I've seen some of the comments, and yeah, I kind of agree. You shouldn't be saying things about people that bad. But what do you think about the whole idea of how you behave losing a fight? How you should behave? Deontay Wilder, after the second Fury fight, was, I'm surprised he didn't blame that loss on his period. You know what I mean? And now he fought with immense courage yesterday, got knocked out by Fury in the 11th round. I hope he's going to behave with a bit of dignity and say, "You know what, you beat me fair and square, and I can come back." Because you're owning your own behaviour. You're taking personal responsibility for your conduct. And if you want to be anything in life, whether it's a boxer or anything, you want to achieve anything in life, it's got to start with you taking personal responsibility for your actions, for your behaviour. So those are my thoughts. Bit of a random video this, but I thought I'd share a few thoughts with you. Give me your comments. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think Shannon deserves the heat or not? How do you think people should behave when they're defeated? Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.